Hi, I'm Melanie Johnson with Hot Chicks Write Hot Books podcast. I'm here with Megan Alexander from Inside Edition, and she's going to give us one of her favorite Super Bowl inspirational stories.
You know, it is so hard to come up with just one. I've covered 6 Super Bowls, but I think the behind-the-scenes moments are what the viewers tend to like to hear about. So Super Bowl 6 years ago in Dallas, Usher was the surprise performer with the Black Eyed Peas. A lot of us media were on the field, sort of in between speakers, probably where we shouldn't be. And once Usher came off the stage, he wiped his face with a towel and then threw it towards me, and I grabbed it. And that towel has not been washed. It's at home in a box. I need to put it up and frame it somewhere. That was just a fun, quirky, behind-the-scenes moment.
Or you don't sleep with it. You don't sleep with it or anything, do you? Or
I haven't smelled it in a while, so that's 6 years ago. But that was just a fun, who would have thought moment, you know?
All right, so you have smelt it, though. We just want to know that. Yeah.
You know, it actually smelled okay in the moment, but again, that was 6 years ago, so.
I bet it had some kind of cologne or something.
Yeah, it was Usher, right? I don't care, so.
Thanks, Megan. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Melanie Johnson with Hot Chicks Write Hot Books, and we're here with Barbara Young, and she's going to share one of her favorite inspirational stories from the Super Bowl with us. Barbara, tell us what inspired you most from all the Super Bowls you've attended.
I'd have to say that the last 2 minutes of the game, when I have to be down on the field, because Steve has to be down on the field, and you see the raw emotion, you see it, the angst, you see the struggle, you see the fight, you see that it's the last 2 minutes. This is it, do or die, both sides, and they are just in it to win it. And you see these huge men. I mean, these men are bigger than you can imagine because now you see them in real life. And then all of a sudden, one team wins, and the ticker tape just goes off, and there's just flood of emotion. But you get to witness both sides. You get to witness the joy, the families running out, the kids hugging their dads, and then you get to witness the defeat and the sorrow and the sadness. But it's a beautiful orchestra. It's just to be part of that. It really is inspiring because you know how much they have worked so hard for this moment. And it's really touching and inspiring.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you.
And we hope you're on the ticker tape side.
Lassiter. I'm the president of Off the Field Players Wives Association. This is our 15th annual Super Bowl fashion show. And my favorite Super Bowl moment is doing this fashion show. It's when the wives come together, our sisterhood, and we give back to the community here. We always support a worthy cause, and we bring our husbands out, bring our kids out, and we let the fans see what our families can offer here on the runway while giving back to the community. So this is my favorite Super Bowl event. It's a family reunion for me to see my family, my sisters, my brother-in-laws is how we call each other. So it's great. I love it.
All right, so let me ask you real quick, of the fashion show, has there been a famous moment, like a funny moment or a moment that's memorable to you when you did the fashion show, of something that happened that just either makes you laugh or makes you cry?
Yeah, well, my favorite Super Bowl moment as far as the fashion show is concerned is my kids. We were in Phoenix in 2008, and they all struck a Heisman pose, and they made the Washington Post and the New York Times because they stole the show. Even though I did all the work, they were the cutest kids, so at least I have that opinion. But thank you.
Thank you, Ericka. We appreciate it. Johnson with Hot Chicks Write Hot Books, and we're here with Dawn Neufeld at the NFL Wives Fashion Show, and she's going to give us one of her special funny moments of a Super Bowl.
Well, I can't say I actually went to a Super Bowl. My husband played 7 years, and we never actually made it to the Super Bowl. But I have friends who did. It's actually probably not a funny story, but it was a couple years ago when the Patriots were playing the Giants. And they go down on the field because it looked like the Patriots were going to win. And Eli Manning scored that touchdown towards the end of the game. So all the Patriots' wives had to cross the Giants' wives in the tunnel because there was that last-minute change in the game. Can you even imagine? So I feel for my friend. I know that was probably tough.
There's a lot of emotion going on with that.
Yeah, there's almost a mixed blessing that I never had to deal with that. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm from Pittsburgh, and my favorite Super Bowl memories are Super Bowl 40 and Super Bowl 43, when we actually won the Super Bowls. So memories of being is the San Antonio catch, and also the James Harrison run back during Super Bowl 43 against Arizona.
So how did that inspire you? Give us how you felt during that time.
During the time I felt, it's one thing to watch, players play together, but to become a family during that time because you spend over 22 weeks preparing, for time, and you spend with family and the women and excitement of the kids learning and enjoying the moment. It's truly a family when you have 53 guys and 53 wives and 120 kids and everything all get on a plane together to celebrate an occasion. It's really a special moment.
Thank you. I am Ashley Brown. My husband's Ray Brown, 20-year NFL vet. He is the current assistant offensive line coach for the Carolina Panthers. Go Panthers! I'm excited about Super Bowl 50 because the last time I experienced a Super Bowl was over 24 years ago when my husband was with the Washington Redskins, and I was his girlfriend. So this is extra special for me because now I'm his wife of 20 years. We have 2 children, and we all get to experience the Super Bowl together. So I'm excited, and this is an awesome opportunity. We played for the 49ers for 8 years, so it's great to be back in the Bay Area for Super Bowl 50.
What do you have to do to support your husband through this process?
Oh, wow. You just have to be open to their time schedule, to know that during football season, they're busy. You're almost like a single parent. I have a sign that goes up in my house during football season that says, "We interrupt this marriage to bring you football season." So that's just basically what it is. You know, you have to be able to be very flexible, you know, and when the football season's over, come February, he's back to being dad, husband, whatever, Mr. Honeydew. And you just have to be very supportive and willing to have an open mind because it's a demanding business.
Hey, I'm Melanie Johnson with Hot Chicks Write Hot Books podcast. We're here today to get some insights on NFL wives. Tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Tamiko McKenzie, and I'm married to Keith McKenzie.
Okay, Takithis, tell us your favorite Super Bowl moments.
Well, I would have to say my favorite Super Bowl moments is actually watching the old Super Bowl reruns when my husband played with Green Bay in 1996. And they would show his reruns, and I like showing it to the kids and say, "That's your daddy, that's your daddy." Yeah.
And what do the kids feel like when they watch their dad doing that?
Then they realize he actually played football.
All right, so what does it take as an NFL wife to support your husband and keep a marriage together and support the player?
Well, a lot of flexibility. It takes a lot of flexibility, a lot of hard work, and understanding, and a lot of flexibility.
What advice would you give a new wife to an NFL player?
To be constant, be a comfort, be flexible, and give him his space, and just try to make home peaceful.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Melanie Johnson with Hot Chicks Write Hot Books podcast, and we're here with Cynthia. She's going to answer some questions. Tell us, what does it take to be a supportive wife for an NFL football player?
I think the most important thing is that you have your own agenda and your own passions and your own identity, so they can focus on theirs and you focus on your own and focus on the family, and you just kind of take away that pressure, just by being independent.
That's good advice. Now tell me, so if you have a new wife that came to you, her husband just got signed with the NFL, what kind of advice would you give her?
A new wife coming in and she wanted advice on her husband, I would say understand that his world is pretty much devoted at that point. So don't take things personally if he's not actually able to connect with what's going on in your life at that time. You have to understand the pressures that he's under is enormous. And that's why I, again, say focus on what it is that you're doing, focus on your life, your children, your friends, and use that as your network.
And then what would be like a favorite or inspirational NFL moment as a wife that you've experienced being a wife of a player?
I'd say a lot of the times there's so many different moments that stick out in your head. Probably for me personally, my first child was born and my husband actually wasn't with me. He was in Dallas and he got an interception and got a touchdown and won the game. So when my son was born, all the media was around us, to celebrate the win. And so it was really funny and something in our family that's special, really special.
You had 2 wins that day.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Cynthia. Hi, I'm Melanie Johnson with Hot Chicks Write Hot Books. And here we have a special guest with us today. Tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Tammara McDonald. My husband is Richardo McDonald. He played 10 years in the NFL League.
That's awesome. Tell us some of your favorite Super Bowl moments, a favorite Super Bowl moment or an NFL moment as a wife looking on.
My favorite moment was actually after the game, because seeing those hits and, seeing those guys work so hard. But I think being in the stadiums with the fans going crazy is a surreal feeling, and, they're cheering our husbands on. And I think every game is a wonderful experience. And as far as Super Bowl weekend, Off the Field Players Wise Fashion Show is my favorite event. We've been doing it for 15 years. I'm one of the board members, and I'm really excited about that.
What advice would you have as an NFL wife? What does it take to support your husband during that process?
It takes to be his cheerleader at all times. We are their cheerleader, their family, their wives. We're there when the lights go off. We're there when they come on. And I think just being there, overall support, encouragement, and just seeing them through everything and then keeping them grounded, I think that's the main thing that a wife can do, because at the end of the day, that's what he has, his family. And football is family. The NFL, it will always be a part of our lives, whether you're a current, former player. So I think that, keeping them involved if they're retired and staying around family, because, we're family. And as you can see by this, it's an amazing feeling, and we support each other. And we have a true sisterhood and brotherhood. So I'm really excited.
All right, so if a new wife was coming in to the NFL, what advice would you give her that first year?
I would give her, to get connected so that she can have the proper roadmaps to go do the things and learn the thing. And I would encourage her to talk to the veterans. And, that's what we're here for, to give her support as well and help her learn the ropes and get acclimated to the team and the cities and all that. So that's what I would say. Get connected is the most important thing. So we can give her a roadmap.
Thank you so much. Hi, Melanie Johnson with Hot Chicks Write Hot Books. We have another special guest with us. Tell us your name and who your husband is.
Romonda Jordan, and my husband Randy is a 10-year veteran of the NFL, Jaguars, and Raiders, and he's a current coach with the Washington Redskins.
Awesome. Tell us some of maybe a favorite experience you've had being an NFL wife, going through the Super Bowl process and your games. If there's anything that's inspirational or funny or memorable to you.
There's so many great memories. Because like we say, it's a football family, and being with the Redskins, we're still in the process of making memories. But I would have to say the most memorable is when my husband was in the Super Bowl, Raiders versus Tampa Bay. And even though we didn't come out victors, our families had a blast. It was a short week, and we made sure we just kind of slowed it down and enjoyed the moment, because you never know when you're going to get back there. And so it's just, it's always a fabulous memory with all the ladies and families and the connections. And we're still, a Raiders family, from then till now.
So really enjoy every step of the process,
Absolutely.
Whether you're a winner or a loser, and just know that you draw the family together.
Yes.
So tell us, as part of that family, you're an NFL wife, and it takes something special to be an NFL wife. What do you really have to do to help support your husband during that process?
Well, again, like I said, since I'm still in it, my husband's a coach. I thought I knew whenever he was a player, because I always tried to just make sure to encourage him, be there for him, and just try to minimize all the distractions during the week. But really, just being that support and really taking an interest in what football really is about, and embracing that moment and knowing that it doesn't last forever. And so you really want to just appreciate every moment that you get. And I think that really helped us channel over into that next level where the hours were even longer, and how we wanted to our kids to embrace that process. So we call ourselves Team Jordan, and to this day, I mean, that's how they look at it. Whatever happens, whatever team or transitions you make, you roll with it and embrace that new city and get out there and just, what we say is just be where you're planted. Yeah.
Hey, so how is it different being a wife of a coach versus being a wife of a player? So did you have to transition mentally, emotionally doing that as a family?
Yeah, I did. One of the big things was whenever he was playing with the Raiders and the Jaguars, we used to look forward to players' days off on Tuesdays, and we'd always plan some kind of fun date. There are not as many date nights as a coach's wife, and they're always working, but still the fruits of their labor, the whole family gets to enjoy it, and it's a unique, position where the family can be engaged, and especially, with our team is really family oriented, and we get to do a lot of stuff with them, so that helps out. Yeah.
Right, so what advice would you give to a new wife of a player or a new wife of a coach to help make their marriage successful and family successful?
I would say in order to make your marriage successful, just remember that the two of you were a unit before anything else, and make sure that you do have to take that time to still, no matter whether you're a player or a coach's wife and you have limited time, it's all about that, taking that process and making it about the quality that you have. And even though it may not be a lot of time, just do what you can with what you have, and the kids will appreciate it. And if mama's happy, then everybody's happy. And so, I mean, I really do think that's true. And the kids just kind of follow suit, you know, with that. And if they see the two of you working together as a unit, then they just kind of jump right in. So I would just say, just enjoy it, embrace it, be supportive, and just encourage each other. It's really important. For me, I'm fortunate enough, and a lot of the people in my organization, to have husbands that support, just like coming to this fashion show and being a part of it. This is our 15th year, and just having the guys know, they're like, hey, we want to shine the light on you. You're our cheerleader all the time. We're here to do whatever it is and shine the light on you. And so that we really appreciate that, and I think that makes for a good team.
Thank you so much. That was awesome advice. We appreciate you. I think you inspired a lot of people with that.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Another hot chick.